accuracy, good hand speed from Khan, and then back out of harm's way, avoiding any possible counter.
A hesitant start by Lawton, just allowing Khan free rein to unload with both hands.
What I was going to say before Khan unloaded there was that his own manager, Frank Warren, had said at times he'd been amateurish in that last fight, that it was a learning curve and that you shouldn't expect instantly for this lad to move on to world title honours. Lawton's a good professional in his 25th professional fight. He's only lost 3 of them. Good right hand. And he's got a decent chin, Lawton, we know that. But it may well be that he has to have it. That shirt he was wearing had a number 1 on the back. Does that mean that he's the number 1 from Stoke City? Or is he going to be the goalkeeper taking a flurry of punches from Amir Khan?
But Lawton needs to find a way to get himself into this round.
Interesting opening 3 minutes. I thought Amir Khan had a pretty good opening round. He'll be happy with the way things have gone so far.
Yeah, a very apprehensive start from Lawton, allowing Khan much too much free rein, but Khan's hand speed has always been very impressive.
Khan looking to tee off, good left hand, but Lawton takes it well and works off the ropes and lands a solid right hand. Lawton gets his first moments of success and a slight trace of a smile across the face of the man from Stoke-on-Trent. Worked off that ropes and landed a solid right hand. And here comes Khan again. That blurring hand speed, which has been his signature since he turned professional, and indeed through those amateur days that saw him to the Olympic final in Athens in 2004.
Khan boxing with a lot of aggression, fancies the right hand.
Lawton not a one-punch knockout artist, we have to say that. 4 wins of his 20 have come inside the distance. He tends to wear people down through his strength and his fitness rather than take people out with single shots. Khan, of course, is maybe the opposite. 10 wins inside the distance in his 13 victories. And here he comes again, trying to plant his feet to get maximum purchase. He said in one of his press conferences this week that he likes to get into a toe-to-toe fight because that's what the fans like. He doesn't want to just box people's head off, but whether that's a wise policy or not, I'm not so sure. But he's dominating this fight so far.
And Khan working head and body quite well. Jabbing to the head, hooking to the body, forcing Lawton onto the back foot where he's just least effective.
Lawton took a solid right uppercut as he came inside and tried to work in close. Lawton's best win arguably against Peter McDonough, the man who beat Michael Gomez not so long back. Outpointed him back in 2005. And as I said earlier, he was going well against John Thaxton, the British champion who defended his title last night and who's been calling out Amir Khan. He was going well before being stopped in the 7th round back in March.
Lawton needs to keep his chin down because Khan's aiming for it with the right hand every time. Khan throws the left hand to the body, the jab to the body, the right hand over the head.
Khan's been improving his body strength in the gym at the Bolton Wanderers ground. He's employed a full-time nutritionist nowadays to help in what he admits are greater weight-making difficulties as he grows in frame. Clipped by a solid left hand as he gets inside, but now Khan wants to unload again. Good left hand, terrific shot, and Lawton momentarily, his legs stiffened, but he's holding on and showing his experience in buying precious seconds. That was Khan's best shot of the fight so far. From Amir Khan, caught Lawton in the closing seconds of that round, really rocking his head back. And Lawton knew all about that late pressure.
I've given the first 2 rounds quite clearly to Khan. Lawton looking a little bit shell-shocked for me. Hasn't quite got his punches working and is a little bit unsure of what to do with Amir Khan.
Khan looking relaxed. A lot of the tension that he showed against Willie Limond is not in evidence tonight. This is a more complete performance. And Lawton just clips in with a little right-hand counter as he came in close, but Khan walking through that and trying to unload bombs to the body.
But Khan's dominance thus far, John, has been totally superior.
12-round fight though, remember. Lawton is a strong man. His conditioning is exceptional. Khan landing a solid left hook into the body. Lawton looking a little bit hesitant though. He's allowing Khan to dictate. He's allowing Khan to be the aggressor, and has he got the skill, has he got the hand speed to clip Khan with a counter punch in the manner that Willie Limon did? Good jab though from Lawton there. Oh,
lovely body shot. Lovely body shot, well placed by Khan.
Really thundered that one home, Duke. Those are the shots which I know you admire, those energy-sapping body shots, trying to drag down the high-held guard of Scott Lawton.
I just wonder when the fight back is going to begin from Lawton.
He knew it was going to be a tough fight. He knows so more now, but he's got this enormous following who've come across the Midlands from Stoke, and they are waiting to roar their approval at the first hint that there might be a chink in the armour of Amir Khan.
Well, the experience obviously lies with Lawton, but Khan's just not allowing him to get his punches on. He's beating him to the punch in every quarter, inside, outside.
And good footwork tonight as well.
Well, he's silencing Lawton's supporters just by applying the pressure.
Excellent flurry of punches once more from Khan, who, having dictated the pace of things in the first two rounds, is doing the same in the third. Good left hand and following up, head switching attack from head to body beautifully.
Lawton needs to just release his hands. It's as simple as that. He's got to start getting his hands to work to get his confidence into this fight, where he can start producing some good form.
Khan, incidentally, has now got a top 10 ranking with the WBC. Maybe that's a bit premature in some people's eyes, because he hasn't beaten anybody yet of that sort of stature, but certainly he is unquestionably an emerging talent. Can Lawton, though, find something just to stem the tide here, which has been inevitably and unanswerably in the direction so far of Amir Khan? Well, the words of advice in that corner, Duke, to Amir Khan, suggesting that they're now thinking they could be in for a long fight. Let's tire him out. Let's go to work, because we're going to need our advantage in stamina and in strength in those closing rounds, if it goes as far as that. They're prepared to go for the long haul.
Well, with a young, fit guy like Khan, you can't afford to be 3 rounds down. It's as simple as that. Lawton needs to try and turn the tide and find a way to do it right now.
Needs a big round. Does this very likeable fella from Stoke. Oh, good left hand, his legs have gone again, and Khan senses that he could end it. It might end here and now. Can he take him out? And the referee has said it's all over. Victor Loughlin signals the end. I don't think Scott Lawton liked it, but that left hand stiffened Lawton's legs, and that was impressive from Amir Khan. Looks of satisfaction and happiness on the far side of the ring from Khan's family, now congratulated by one of his trainers, Dean Powell. And there's Ricky Hatton, who's made his way over to see for himself just how this young prodigy is getting on. Graham Earl, who may be the next challenger for this title, is sitting at ringside. But Amir Khan, for me, there's Graham Earl. I wonder what he makes of it. He might be the man to challenge Khan in Bolton come December the 8th. But Amir Khan, for me, didn't really do too much wrong tonight.
Did absolutely nothing wrong. Timely intervention by the referee. Totally unanswered punches from Lawton. The referee's job is to protect the boxer at all times, and that's precisely what he did. The show goes on.
The show goes on indeed. The Lawton fans who came in their thousands have been silenced largely. The man did his best, but he wasn't in Amir Khan's class, and he knows now just what a talented fighter Amir Khan is. He said that in a couple of years he'll be out of sight, but he thought that he still had a chance at this stage. But when the opening came in that round, the left hook did the damage, Duke, and from then on Khan was not going to be repelled.
The most impressive thing for me in this combination is Amir Khan's uppercuts with the right hand. There's one, there's two, and watch for this third one. Piercing the guard every time. Couldn't miss Lawton with that shot. Very, very good attack. It looks to have matured a little bit more now mentally, and that's what he's going to need.
He looked relaxed, he looked assured. I think that was the biggest thing tonight. maybe this guy is no better than Willie Lemon. Perhaps he is, perhaps he's not. But Khan, for me, improved considerably tonight because he looked relaxed. He was in there from the word go, trusting in his own ability and what he's been working on in the gym.
Well, you know, Khan put together a sustained attack to this kid Lawton on the ropes and just never let him off. We've just answered several questions from Amir Khan. Has he learned from his last fight? Yes, he has. Is he better than what he's showing? And I certainly think he is.
Well, what a nice moment there for Amir's young niece and his father Shah, and the congratulations go on, and well deserved as well. I thought he was good tonight, Amir Khan. How many times have we said that? But he is moving on, he's improving, and we'll now get confirmation of what was in the end a pretty emphatic performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 30 seconds of round 4, your referee Victor Loughlin has stopped the fight. He deemed that Scott Lawton was in no state to continue. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still the Commonwealth lightweight champion, Amir Khan.
Great display of sportsmanship from Scott Lawton, who's one of the nice guys of the sport.
Please.
Khan victorious. What will Frank Warren think about doing with him in the future now? I guess Graham Earl might be the man for the next fight. John Thaxton's waiting out there as well, the British champion. It's going to be fascinating wherever it goes. The story goes on. Matt, we'll get a word with him before too long.
Well, lots of fans of Scott Lawton here tonight probably wanted more from that fight, but it was honestly only going one way. We'll hear from Barry and, of course, from Amir when we come back. Welcome back to the Nottingham Arena ringside, clearly with a victorious Amir Khan. That looked professional, got the job done.
That's right, yeah, I'm a professional fighter now. I had a lot of critics for the last fight I had. I got knocked down. That's boxing, that's a learning curve. It's made me a better fighter. I want to achieve more now. You know what I mean? It's made me focus a bit more than before. So in a way, I proved a lot of my critics wrong there. I can't take a shot. I can come back from it stronger. I'm a better fighter. My hands are up higher. And boxing is going well for me now, you know what I mean? I'm going the right direction, I want to go.
Had it preyed on your mind a little bit 3 months ago? Is it something you wanted to work on and put right to some extent?
That's right, you know, I've got the hand speed, I've got the power. And I just wanted to put everything just right, you know, keeping the hands up higher, getting off the floor of the last fight. You know what I mean? It made me a better fighter, where a lot of people might think it's going to dishearten me. It didn't. It made me go in the gym the week after and train hard.
Yeah. And this is a good performance tonight. This is part again of the learning curve. You've talked about wanting a world title shot in the next 5 or 6 fights. Are you prepared to be as patient as you can be at your age?
Well, yeah, you know, these fights are going to come up. I'm going to be learning a lot on these fights. Scott Lawton, a great fighter, you know, he's got a great record. He come from Stoke with a huge amount of fans, you know, and he come to upset me. So these fights are going to make me go for that world title fight. You know, they're going to make me get better and better and stronger. And before you know it, my time will come.
Talk me through a little bit of what we saw tonight. There was a left hook. You were picking your shots quite successfully tonight.
You know, it's a 12-round fight. I caught him with some good shots in the body. I knew he was weak down there, and he slowed down. You know, he was on the ropes, and I knew he was gone. So the only shots what could catch him was the uppercut, because he kept putting his head down, and the ref jumped in at the right time.
But there were a couple of moments where you attacked and then stood back and went again. There was a sense of you deliberating over what was the right shot.
That's
for you.
Boxing for you, you know. It's a 12-round fight. It's not 4 rounds or 6 rounds where I'm going to rush in. I'm picking my shots, pacing myself, using the jab, backhand, and when I know it's time to go in and put the pressure on, I'm going to do that. You have to remember, Scott's got a good chin. You know, this fight could have gone 12 rounds. If I knackered myself out in the first couple of rounds, I would not have finished the fight.
Well, happily you're not too knackered. December the 8th next for you. You'll be ready to rock again.
That's right, December the 8th. You know, I'm going to go back home. But Wanderer's training me well. You know, my strength's awesome now. You know, I feel so powerful, strong. Fergus and Phil in But Wanderers. And yeah, boxing's going great for me. You know, it's the month of Ramadan as well, where it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough for me. But I've been fasting, and I just want to say Eid Mubarak to everyone out there.
Well done tonight. I mean, let's just have a quick word with Frank Warren. Frank, December the 8th next. He's obviously intent on a world title shot in the next half a dozen fights. Is that still doable for you?
Well, we'll see what happens. Actually, it's his birthday on December the 8th. He's 21, so it's,
don't forget your presents, man. And I also want to say happy birthday to Arif, a friend of mine.
Okay, well said. So where is he at?
It'll be at Bolton Arena, and we'll be announcing the opponent on Thursday. Defence of this title, or maybe for another title, but keep him busy. And I thought he boxed really well tonight. He really did, and he's on track. He wants to fight for a world title very quickly. A couple more fights and we'll then make a decision.
Well, you've got a timescale. He wants to be a world champion at a younger age than Lewis Hamilton, who probably is going to do it at 22 in the morning. So you've got about 18 months.
Well, we wish Lewis all the luck in the world. I'm sure he'll do that. But the thing is with Lewis, he's racing a car and he's fighting people who hit back, and it's a different game altogether.
Quite a weekend with England in the rugby. Obviously, Lewis in the morning yourself as standard bearers for British sports at the moment. You're one of them.
British sports coming on so much. You've got Lewis Hamilton, you've got the England rugby team who beat Australia today. It's on a high. Finishing the night off with my victory here. It's just making it better. Also, before I forget, I want to thank my sparring partner, Matt Vienko, who helped me out for this fight as well.
Well, listen, well done tonight. We'll see you again on December the 8th. Thank you to Frank and all in the Khan camp. Let's wander across this way and have a sense of what's Barry's take on tonight's events. Barry, what did you make of all of that? Professional job?
I thought he was very impressive tonight. He was a different fighter, much more assertive, more in control. Started off very quickly, got out of the blocks like a bullet, got in control, and really from there on, really, he just took control. The very start. The first round, much more assertive, hands up higher, backing the guy up. He doesn't like to come forward, Amir. He likes to take his time and be patient, but this time he just decided hands up high, back this guy up. He's taller, he's rangier than me, and in the second round he just carried it on, and then in the third round he displayed a complete array of punches, body, head, long left hooks to begin with, uppercuts, and just showed a sign of what was about to come. And in round 4, turned the whole thing around. One left hook, look at that, brilliant shot on the right hand straight after, and those uppercuts, the variety of shots, and again missing Lawton's left hook as it came back. Referee Victor Loughlin done exactly the right thing. Great shot, that left hook was superb, right hand over the top, missed him, but the finish up was great. This guy gets you in trouble, you're in big trouble. He gets you out of there. He's a great finisher, and I liked his assertiveness tonight. I liked the hands up high. I liked so much about this. He's going places, and I know he was deeply upset about the knockdown against Limon, and he wanted to improve. He's a perfectionist, and like all great fighters, he's a perfectionist. Long way to go for him, but he's shaping up very well.
And you talked before the fight about the balance between his attacking instincts and the defensive experience he's gaining with every fight. Was the balance there for you tonight?
Without doubt. I mean, what I liked was the feet were fast, he was moving in and out quickly, the hands were high, and everything else just flowed after that. He's got such tremendous hand speed. Very few fighters are able to outbeat him with speed, and when he can get that left jab, once he can touch you with that left jab, the right hand, the right hand's coming on the left hook, and his variety of punches tonight was very good too, and he kept those hands up high, and when his opponent came back at him, he backed out of range, back in again. So very impressive.
Good job. Thank you very much to Barry for the moment. Still to come from us tonight, your chance to win in our competition, a trip to Las Vegas to see Ricky Hatton, and of course another Commonwealth title fight next involving that man, Bradley Price. Back shortly.